the Unikernel video tutorial series. Today we're going to be talking about volumes and file systems and mutability thereof. A lot of the times when you hear people talk about unikernels, they'll use the word immutable. And if you're not careful, you might get confused on what exactly they're referring to. They're typically referring to the actual kernel image being immutable. Unfortunately, that gets confused a lot with the volumes that might be attached to the kernel that you might be writing to. The most canonical example here is a database. A database will probably have, at least one or more disk volumes that it's going to persist its data to, and that you want that data to, exist, especially after you kind of restart the instance or you pause it or something like that. And if you look at a lot of the unikernel examples out there, they'll use the ISO file system, which is kind of a read-only file system. Makes sense because it's supposed to go onto a CD-ROM. Not that any of us really use CD-ROMs anymore. Anyways, we recently added support for you to kind of say when you're creating your project, whether or not you want your volumes to be by default mutable or immutable, because there's definitely some cases if it's a static site or you don't really plan on doing anything to that particular unikernel disk, it's a great idea to leave the volumes immutable. But we'll go ahead and show you with and without and kind of the differences. I have this crappy little PHP app that I wrote. I don't write PHP, so forgive me for all the sacrilegious stuff that I put in here. But it's just a little app that allows you to read and write to volumes. We'll call it Vex. Go ahead and choose PHP. Paste in our example. We'll do Vex mute to signify that this is immutable volumes. We'll click add, and then let's just do Vex no mute. Basically the same application. So no mute, we'll just leave it off. Do add. All right, so now we got these. We're going to spin them up. So this has been built. We're going to spin it up. This has been built. Let's spin it up. All right, so as we wait for these volumes to kind of, or these instances to come up, what we can do is we can go back over to our volume section, and you can kind of see that we've already built the volumes, and we're waiting for the DNS to sum up to start. For the immutable ones, you can see we're using ISO file system, and we've said that it's immutable. But the ext2 file system that we're assigning to these volumes, you should be able to mutate it. If we go back over here, we might be able to see that's still there it goes. So Gary, Idaho, I believe is the I'm not sure. But we'll go ahead and test. So this is David Patrick. I'm not sure which one this is, but let's just go ahead and test it. Let's say we're going to modify this host entry. And in real life, you probably should be able to do this, especially from a web interface, but this is just a toy example. Some.host. All right, so we'll go ahead and click update. If we go look at it again, all right, so this one's probably the immutable one, which is good, right? And just to kind of show you real quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, my.host. Click update. Now you can kind of see it's a read-only file system, and so it didn't actually save it. Good. Now if we go to Gary, Idaho, we can do Etsy. We'll do the same example. 1.2.3.4 my.host. Do update and click on group. Click on hosts. Okay, so we did update hosts. We could even do something like live update this web page. So we go to data, we go to index PHP, we just kind of set our background color to black and our font color to white. I think that's the CSS. Let's see if this works. All right, so it worked. As you can see, we're updating the volumes kind of as is. So this is just a real quick example showing you that you can kind of choose the volumes as you wish. Until next time, we'll catch you then. Thanks. Bye.